All right, guys, here's a little update in the shop. Got a bunch of projects going on. Figured just let you know what we've been working on. I've had this 58 Savoy for a few months now. Cast iron torque flight with a push button linkage. It's been a real pain, basically having to systematically go through the entire push button and the transmission to try to get it right. And I mean, it's just been fighting us the whole way. Trans has been in and out a couple times trying to chase issues, and then you find out that it's in the linkage itself. And good thing we got Mr. Phil over here. He knows these transmissions, knows these cars really well. I mean, I couldn't do it. So hopefully that one's out of here very soon. 2005 Ford GT, 100th anniversary edition. Remember, if you guys follow us, absolutely rotted out fuel system. It was in real bad shape. The pumps were terrible. Fuel filter was completely full of rust, and we had 4 out of the 16 injectors were dead. So Phil basically rewired the sending unit. We put in new pumps, got the ultrasonic liquid level sensor that is the fuel light sensor in this thing. It's a real interesting sensor. There's absolutely no moving parts at all, but that's what tells the gauge how much fuel is in it. It was not working, hadn't been working for about 10 or 15 years, or was intermittent. Got it working again, everything's good. We just basically plugged into it with the scan tool and checked it out. No codes right now. So once we get the new injectors in, we had to go straight to Bosch for those, and they're sending them to us. So once we get those replacement injectors in, we'll be ready for the first test drive, hopefully very soon. Got the 55 Chevy here with the LS2 Corvette motor. Really nice little build, new customer. A lot of this little things here, vacuum leak, wire here, wire there, a couple bulbs out, just a general tune-up. Probably hasn't been getting driven much lately. Was running a little rough. Customer was like, hey man, I don't got time. I'm more of a carburetor guy. Can you get this right for me? So hopefully we'll have this thing out of here in a couple days. Nice little job. Really good looking car, beautiful interior. Outside's pretty nice, like the paint job a lot. But yeah, in the 51 3100, this is kind of our big project right now. We got a little bit of custom work still left to do. We got to do some rear shock mounts. If y'all recall, if you watch the channel, this had the inline 6 with the Granny 3-speed and a torque tube rear end. So we had to put in a new rear end, had to put in drive shaft. It's got a turbo 400. And then it was supposed to get a small block Chevy out of a 75 Corvette that the customer brought us. Well, that one was in really rough shape. The cam bearings, one of them was actually missing a small piece of it. They were pretty scored. And then one of the valves had a crack in it. So rather than rebuild that, we just went with a crate motor. This is a little small block out of a 90s truck. It comes from ATK. It's got a nice little cam, a little bit of mods, 9.5 to 1 compression. Got a true dual exhaust with some resonators. Sounds real good. Still got to clean up some stuff, finish up some customization aspects, get everything kind of looking right and get everything looking pretty, and then set it on its wheels, install the new drive shaft, and she'll be good to go. This guy here, absolute turd, DOD issue, lifter failure. Customer decided to go with a BTR stage 2 cam. Doing an oil pump while we're in there. This is one of the bigger projects that's been in here for a little while. It came in for lowering suspension and a fuel tank relocation. A couple other small things, some new trim, some new stainless, some LED lights in the front. And then the customer brought us a nice little 302 that he wants to put in. Putting the 302 in this car doesn't present any like spatial issues, but with the original Granny 3-speed, you end up with an engine that's pushed really far back. And so we actually had to do a custom motor mount. And then we also have to do a custom Z-bar bracket because how far back the engine sits. And then this engine doesn't have a provision like a tapped hole for a Z-bar bracket. So we had to make one. So the custom work's pretty well come to an end on this one. Now it's just getting stuff back together. It should be a rowdy little truck. It's gonna be quite a bit lower. It's got a fully rebuilt rear end, all the rubber, everything in this truck. on the bottom side got gone through, so it should run smooth, have cold AC, and have a really nice sound, and probably a lot of punch on the bottom end. I don't know how it's going to do on the highway. Might have to change the rear gears to get a little more highway speed out of it, but it'll be a really fun around town truck. Yeah, oh yeah, and we shortened the column on this one just to give them a little more space, so had to take it apart, kind of rebuild it a little bit, and then cut a few inches out of it, give them a little more space. Got the 73 C10 here. This car has been to a lot of different shops. Unfortunately, it's kind of been like a can getting kicked down the road. It's got a lot of issues, a lot of small stuff in the wiring. Not really any grounds initially. Like I said, some basically shops were taking it apart and then not working on it. And then another shop down the road made a bunch of progress on it, but they just didn't have the time to work on it. So they said, hey, you want to take it? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the work. So we took it in and kind of picked up where they left off, getting the wiring cleaned up, a bunch of vacuum leaks, like it's just all kinds of little stuff. So I'm kind of get everything cleaned up in the engine bay, get, you know, all this is loose. You know, everything on here is loose. Basically, the customer had to go to the shop, one of the previous shops, and repossess his vehicle with like legal paperwork because they wouldn't give it back to him. Tried stealing it, painting it, and all this stuff. So crazy story. And then we got all these turds out here waiting to get work, except for my truck there and the newer cars, obviously. But obviously, we've got pretty serious wait list, and we're blessed to have it. Got a lot of cars waiting to have work done, so we're hiring. If you're local and you already know how to work on cars, we need the help, and we got the work. So